Many raid kami and then sinalubong na kaagad kami ng 4 na abogado eh. We applied for a search warrant and then the warrant was recalled and then the next day it was denied. So we need to apply we need to go to another court. Ayun nga sir, sa ibang court para makapag-apply kami uli sir. So imagine sir, nag-apply ka sa isang court and then the same court who gave you the search warrant, siya na rin sir yung nag-deny ng warrant. So,
Anong court yan na, Yusek Gilbert? Anong court?
Yes sir, that's Malolos RTC.
Sino judge?
I think it's Judge Rama.
Judge?
Rama.
Rama?
Yes.
So, yun nga po ma'am, no? Na-issue nyo yung license. Kunyari, sa isang Pogo company, no? Na-issue. Then, you monitored. Sabi nyo nga, kailangan yung license to commence. That's the correct term,
Commence
no?
operations.
Notice to commence operations. Pagkatapos nun, namomonitor nyo pa.
Namomonitor po, yun nga po ang trabaho ng CMED, yung
Okay.
Compliance Monitoring and Enforcement Department.
Okay. So, very active po siguro itong department na ito.
Dapat po.
Napakarami yung krimen na nag-uugat mula sa isang Pogo operation, hindi po nakita ng CMED yun.
Ito pong mga na-raid na, ito pong tulad po nitong Lucky 99, yan po ay illegal po yan. Kasi nga po, kahit po sa record ng PAGCOR, hanggang ngayon po, wala naman pong operations yun eh. Kaya yung nakukubra doon ay mga regulatory fees. Yung pong isa, hindi ko na po alam kasi itong isang nahuli, the new one, kasi hindi na po nangyari sa aking term. Last day of reporting ko po, June 30, 2020.
Okay, sige po. Salamat po, ma'am. If I may ask, Yusek Cruz, yung bang raid nyo sa Pogo ay meron kayong search warrant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pwede po bang malaman anong korte ang nag-issue ng warrant?
Meron pong Bulacan, then meron kaming Angeles, and then meron pong Pampanga.
Bakit po sa Bulacan kayo kumuha?
Minsan po, sir, yung familiar po kami dun sa judge and medyo may konting doubt lang kami minsan kasi sir. But not really talaga nagdududa kami dun sa local. But pag may ganong pakiramdam kami sir, we try to look for another court sir just to make sure na hindi maglilik yun.
Are you not aware, Yusek, na there could be a bigger question kapag kumuha kayo sa ibang jurisdiction na hindi sakop ng jurisdiction?
It's a normal practice even during our time sir, nung nasa serbisyo pa po ako.
Okay.
Na we get search warrant from other courts.
So sabi mo kanina, Yusek, kasi nagdududa, no? May pagdududa minsan dun sa maring mag-issue ng warrant. Experience ka bang ganun? Ang PAOK ba nagkaroon ng ganyang experience?
If we talk of the experiences we got, sir, dito lang sa stay ko, sir, sa PAOK. There were instances, we're even with the PAGCOR group, sir, many raid kami, and then sinalubong na kaagad kami ng 4 na abogado, eh. And then in Porac, we applied for a search warrant, and then the warrant was recalled, and then the next day it was denied. So we need to apply we need to go to another court. Ayun nga sir, sa ibang court para makapag-apply kami uli sir. So imagine sir, nag-apply ka sa isang court and then the same court who gave you the search warrant, siya na rin sir yung nag-deny ng warrant. So
Anong court yan na, Gilbert? Yusek Gilbert? Anong court?
Yes sir, that's Malolos RTC.
Sino judge?
I think it's Judge Rama sir.
Judge?
Rama.
Rama?
Yes sir.
Okay, Congressman Barbers.
Thank you. So, because of your experience, you thought it wise to secure a warrant from another jurisdiction. Tama po ba yung aking assessment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in spite of the fact that you know na merong maring i-question dyan.
Yes, sir. Kasi during that time, it's a matter of life and death, Your Honor. Every time we do raids, it is because someone is being tortured or someone is being held against their will. And in this case, sir, when we applied for a warrant dito, sir, sa Banban, sa Porac, sir, yung Vietnamese national, he was tumakas po siya, sir. And while getting out of the Pogo Hub, binibidyo niya yung sarili niya, sir. And it was a live stream in Vietnam. So our attention was called by the Vietnamese embassy na sinasabi na meron silang nationality, Vietnamese nationality na a victim of torture, and now tumakas siya dun sa isang bahay. So pinuntahan po namin, and then after learning that, sir, we applied for a search warrant using yung mga ganong... Lahat, sir, ng incident po namin laging may victim. It's not we just want to apply for a warrant dahil gusto naming raidin, sir, yung isang pogo. It is because there is a person being tortured or a victim of kidnapping, sir. Ongoing, sir.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Yusek. And last question, Mr. Chair. I'd like to direct this question to PAGCOR. Based on your records, attorney, sino ho ang pinakamalaking pogo operator sa Pilipinas sa ngayon? Yung legal muna. Kasi I'm sure you might probably withhold the information on the illegal, but just the same, who is the biggest pogo operator sa Pilipinas ngayon?
Siguro, sir, with regard to space po, company po, pangalan New Oriental Club.
New Oriental. With regards to the space, that's one parameter, correct?
Yes, sir.
What about in terms of revenues?
Ngayon po kasi halos pare-pareho lang po sila na less than 100 to 150,000 US dollars. Siguro, sir, sa ano na lang, sa tables, Infovine po. Malaki po yung table
Infovine.
game.
And I believe, Mr. Chair, that in the last hearing, we asked PAGCOR to submit to us copies of documents of these pogo legal pogo operators, all pertinent information about their corporations, correct? So it's all there. That's all for now, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Congressman Barbers. Finally, my turn. So wala na pong magtatanong. Well, konti lang naman po to dahil alas 6 na po. At basically, before I proceed, we expect result on the closure of all those 402. Actually, yung sa municipalities, baka mas mababa doon eh. Kasi hati na yun eh. 402 illegal pogos, cities and municipalities. So basically, the committee would like to have a positive result on the closure. And sana makakita natin, mabidyohan para at least we can present to the the people, especially the speaker was asking result on this investigation. Thank you so much. Siguro I-present ko na before I present my matrix Dennis, kunanan, last huli na uli ha.
Yes, sir.
So hindi ka talaga binigyan ng $500,000 ha. Hindi kasi ako makaget over eh. Kasi may nagsabi talaga sa akin na tinanggap mo at may ebidensya siya eh. So, ang sinungaling dito si Cassandra Leong.
Yung nga, sir, kung meron akong ganun, sir, na problema nga, bakit po nung September at October na nagre-renew sila ng license, they kept on coming back to
So,
me
in other words,
for
ang may
assistance.
nagsisinungaling, kasi si Cassandra nagsabi na sa iyo binigay yung $500,000.
Yes, sir, wala akong... Wala,
So,
sir.
sinungaling si Cassandra Leong.
Wala, sir.
Sinungaling nga siya.
Yes, sir, wala po akong...
Sinungaling si Cassandra Leong.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright. So, I'll be presenting my... ito pong ipe-present po natin is basically based on the investigation that transpired noong pa pong nakaraang taon. PSA, andyan pa ba PSA? Nakaalis na ang PSA. Because sila na lang po yung mga inibitahan natin na hindi natin natanong. But basically, my question sa PSA, they have already implemented a stricter process for delayed registration of birth in compliance to the request of the Senate and the House of Representatives. Basically, pinatibay na po nila yung mga requirements dahil nga they issued for the relaxation of the process for the delayed registration. Now, naging much stricter. And I hope that the different agencies will follow suit para ma-address po natin to yung ganitong klase ng problema that our country is encountering right now. Okay?